Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for week 4 of my 12 items or less challenge. It's going really well. I'll talk a bit about last week before I go through my 12 items. I dispatched 2 chickens and we had a lovely roast chicken last night with some potatoes from the garden. Earlier in the week I had some customers of mine let me know that they were interested in learning how to dispatch and preparing chickens for eating, and so they came around and I showed them how to do it with the two roosters that I had, and we traded, and they gave me a lovely leg of lamb that they'd raised on their property. So that was amazing. We had a beautiful lamb roast, Hugo and I, and we had roast beetroot from the garden, roast potatoes from the garden, onion from the garden. The only thing that was bought in that roast were the carrots, so that was awesome. We've had, like I said last week in last week's video, that we didn't have much fruit in the garden, but it turns out that I just hadn't had a very good look. There were loads of nectarines. They were a little bit firm, but I brought them inside, put them in a paper bag, and they ripened up. Also had a load of plums in the garden too. So another really good week, pretty cruisy. Have been sort of craving snacks and things like that, so I really need to work on, I don't know, baking some biscuits or something, so I've got those in my pantry. So my 12 items this morning, soy sauce. We ran out of soy sauce a while ago. I really love it, just with, sometimes if I'm feeling really lazy, some fried egg and rice, some soy sauce and some chili sauce. So I've got some soy sauce, got some more peanut butter, still got a bit left, but just in case we run out. There was kangaroo mince in the supermarket this week, so I bought some. I think I've still got the beef mince left over from last week, but now I can make a bolognese or something with this. Bananas again, that seems to be the thing that I'm going to get every week. I bought some red lentils. I put them in if I'm making a vegetarian pasta sauce. They're also good in soups, although it's not really the weather for soup, I suppose. It's hot. Walnuts, they're really good in, I make a fruit and walnut sourdough. So they're really good in that, and also good for snacking. More tin tomatoes, that seems to be a thing that I buy every week too for my chili and my bolognese. So I've got some of those. Have got some tomatoes in my garden this week though. We've run out of yogurt, another giant tub of yogurt. I think the last one lasted 3 weeks or so. So some more yogurt. Butter for baking, because I'm hoping to do some baking this week. Coffee beans, we're not out yet, we're nearly out. I bought them just in case, so I probably could have got away with maybe even doing a 10 items or less shop this week, because the peanut butter I wasn't exactly out of, and nor the coffee beans, but they're on special anyway, so that was good. My 3 litres of milk, so my son's still here. He'll be here for a couple more days. We'll definitely go through it. We've just run out of last week's milk. My one non-food item this week, some washing powder. Not quite out, nearly out. Probably going to run out this week. So we've got some washing powder. So that's my 12 items. Also felt pretty cruisy this week. I think I've had some good luck with stuff in the garden and the chicken and the lamb. So my show and tell is essentially my fruit that I didn't think I had. So I mentioned the nectarines. I've got a couple in this scrunched up paper bag. I forget what variety they are. They're beautiful. They're a bit hard when I pick them. Lovely red and yellow colour, and the flesh is beautiful bright orange. They're a clingstone, so the flesh sticks to the stone. So they're a little bit annoying, and you'd probably be annoying to cook with them, but they're delicious. Got 3 left in there. There's a few more on the tree outside. Also, nice little story about these plums. Fergus has been stealing them. I'm not sure what sort they are, maybe Angelina. This tree was growing as an espalier next door, and my neighbours sold the back of their property, and it was obviously going to be cleared, and they asked me if I wanted the trees. I just have to come and dig them up. So there was an espalier plum and an espalier cherry. It was a few years ago that I moved them now. They're along my back fence, so they're about 2.5 metres tall, give me a load of shade, a load of privacy. And these awesome plums, like this one's a bit firm, these ones are a bit soft. Probably be really good to make plum jam with. Birds stole a heap of them, so I don't really have enough to make plum jam. But they're pretty tasty. I could probably stew a few. There's these little tiny plums. from a tree in my garden. They're a blood plum, so super red. I think I picked them a little bit unripe, but the birds are stealing them. So yeah, even when you think you haven't got fruit, there's still fruit in the garden. So plenty of good things to eat. I'm not sure if you can see, I suppose you might be able to see, but also on my dinner table, which is usually where lots of stuff gets dumped as I come in from outside, a load of tomatoes from my garden. So not heaps, but enough for a salad or two. There's some nice big ones and a whole bunch of little tiny, I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, little tiny ones, like that. So that's it. That's my show and tell stuff from the garden. Hope you all have a good week. Hope you manage to stay cool if you're in a hot place. Please post any comments or suggestions or feedback in the comments boxes below. I'd love to hear what's growing in your garden at the moment. Okay, take care.